A very warm welcome to you all. It's always a pleasure to have you for company each week on the program. We remain your source for all the latest happenings in the world of business. My name is Lucy Ulugbe. The official countdown to Christmas has begun. So much excitement in the air. Obviously, our favorite time of the year. On our lineup this week, first we join Faith and our guest, Professor Olushola Fajana, the former Vice Chancellor of Joseph Ayo Babalola University, Osun State, for the continuation of their exclusive interview where they discussed entrepreneurship. Speaking during the interview, Professor Fajana said that courses in tertiary institutions should be designed with entrepreneurship at the center of it. Do take a listen.
In one course, you could pick out ideas for innovation, means of livelihood that you would depend on for the rest of your life.
On this edition also, we will bring you highlights from the 2019 Insurance Consumers Forum, which took place recently inside Kano Hall, Neka House, Alausa, Ikeja, with the theme, Creating and Sustaining Positive Customers Experience, Key to Insurance Growth in Nigeria. The annual forum provides a robust interaction between insurance practitioners and the insuring public. Speaking at the forum, the Deputy President of the CIIN, Sir M.O. Oyegunle, said that insurance is as basic as working for a living. To take a listen.
Whether we like it or not, insurance is as basic as working for a living.
I must say that this highlight is made possible by the sponsors of the 2019 Insurance Consumers Forum, NEM Insurance PLC, Custodian Life, FBN Insurance, and NICOM. What more can I say? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the lineup. Details in just a moment.
Okay, Prof, let me, someone has said to me before that part of the reason why we have a high level of unemployment in Nigeria could be that the Nigerian society, there's so much emphasis on education. When I say education in a classroom setup, there's no, we don't readily look at areas of technical education like you find in other climes. What's your take on that?
I believe that that scenario is probably true a couple of years ago. But things are changing now. The Nigerian University, the National Universities Commission insists that we must also drive skills in all the courses that we teach. And so the different curricula are being adjusted, being amended, being revised to ensure that we have skills in what we teach. It's not just, or like in the past where you have students just doing rote learning, they just memorize and point in and point out, and you know that is changing now. If you look at the curriculum that we run now, over 20% is driven by entrepreneurship. You can call it general studies imposed on us by the NUC, but it's well embraced, and people are quite making a very good show, you know, out of it. In our own university, that is a specialized university because we have entrepreneurship running through everything that we do here. The difference is very, very clear. Every graduate of JABU must take at least one skill before he graduates. That's one thing. We also have programs, degree programs, undergraduates, postgraduates in entrepreneurship. You know, that makes us very unique because, and of course, we are the very first university in Nigeria.
Yes, I was actually going to come to that. What informed JABU to think in that direction, given that compared to other schools like the old days?
I think it is just divine because, like I said to you, JABU was conceptualized about 2002, and we started teaching in 2006. At this point, the proprietors already realized that we need to go full-blown into entrepreneurship as a nation. And so we became the first university to do that in Nigeria. And even before the NUC made entrepreneurship compulsory as a general studies, we had been doing it. And of course, by the time other universities also tried to do degree programs in entrepreneurship, they had to come to us to see our curriculum in entrepreneurship, to see the workshops we have established to drive the entrepreneurship program. And it's been a wonderful story from that point.
Okay, speaking in general terms, Prof, we do know that oftentimes it's part of, a lot of people have said it's part of the problem of why unemployment is at an alarming rate in Nigeria, because access to credit has always been a major challenge for people. How, going forward, how can, as a nation, how can we have a policy that can take care of that challenge?
Again, governments have to prioritize our needs as a nation. It's again part of social security to ensure that the vulnerable, the less privileged, are all taken care of in terms of the access they can have to credit. Because if you don't have credit, how do you then talk about capital to take off on whatever you've learned? So I believe that with renewed or strengthened energy from government to concentrate on providing the needed credit, Nigeria will be able to move even better than we are doing at the moment.
Okay, finally, Prof, you also find, or you hear people say that, you can acquire all the skills that you need. You can have the spirit of entrepreneurship as you want. But Nigeria is a society where your business is killed even before you start it. Because one, things that other people will take for granted in other climes, you're providing your own electricity, you're providing. How do you even begin to encourage and let alone succeed and employ people? And as I said earlier on, they are the biggest employer of labor in developed society.
Yeah, well, that is one thing that we concentrate on in Jabu, in our university here. Because we believe that excuses should not be tendered for non-performance. We know that we have energy issues, we have municipal facility issues, we don't have water, we don't have electricity, we don't have good roads. But all of these challenges can actually be factored into your project. There are needs that people have, and those needs have to be met in one way or another. And if we have creative and innovative entrepreneurs, they'll be able to solve those problems for us. You know, so we don't train our people just to acquire skills. We also train them in how to manage the challenges that are within the environment. So that somebody, for example, is doing vulcanizing, we not say, okay, because we don't have electricity.
So how do you run a business? For someone who is doing vulcanizing, how would you run? Yeah, you want to start on a small scale. How do you?
We can do energy harvesting. We can introduce the idea of solar energy, which may be expensive to install, but it's very, very convenient to maintain. And all of these things, you can do even sharing. You can team up with people within your environment to get some of these things done. You know, for every challenge, there must always be a solution. And that is even the philosophy behind entrepreneurship in the first place. You're an entrepreneur because there is a need in society that needs to be met, to be filled. So you don't take that challenge as something that for which you now fold your arms and resign to fate. No. You take it and you put your thinking cap on, look for solutions to that problem so that it won't affect your own business at the end of the day.
Welcome back. Moving on, we now bring you highlights of the 2019 Insurance Consumers Forum organized by ALMOND Productions Limited. The annual forum, which started in 2013, still remains the only platform where the insuring public can vent on issues that borders on excellent customer service delivery in the Nigerian insurance industry. This year was no exception. Happy viewing.
ALMOND Productions Limited, producers of ALMOND Finance and Wealth Report on television and Waiting Insurance They Do Serve on radio, recently put together its 2019 Annual Insurance Consumers Forum inside the Kano Hall of NECA House. The Insurance Consumers Forum, which started in 2013, is a platform that was born out of genuine desire towards the promotion of service delivery in the insurance industry. The yearly event brings together insurance consumers, both corporate and individual, from different sectors of the economy and insurance practitioners to discuss issues in a no-holds-barred session. The theme of the forum this year was creating and sustaining positive customers' experience, key to insurance growth in Nigeria. The chairman was Mr. Goose Wiggle, Managing Director, WJE Integrated Resources Limited, while guest speaker was Dr. Sarafaddin Raji, Insurance and Health Management Consultant. As expected, insurance consumers turned out in their numbers. Welcoming participants to the forum, the CEO of ALMOND Productions Limited, Ms. Faith Ngode, said insurance operators must make efforts to delight their customers.
This platform was born out of our passion for this industry, to see that we open it up. And by that I mean letting people know and appreciate the business of insurance and how it can help them mitigate their risk. But we also know that for us to do that, or for the insurance industry to make meaningful impact in people's lives, given the size of our population, the industry's penetration as vis-a-vis its contribution to our GDP, we know there is a problem. And for us, getting to the root of that problem and finding solutions to it is the reason why we created this Insurance Consumers Forum in 2013. For too long, the quote I like to borrow from Justin Barisco, who said that don't guess how your customers are feeling about your business. Let them tell you what they feel, and make an effort to understand how they are feeling. Because if you don't, as a service provider, it can either break or mar your business. We believe strongly that until the insurance industry put the needed effort to understand the feelings of Nigerians about the subject matter of insurance and do something about how Nigerians are feeling about insurance, this industry will continue to contribute very little to the gross domestic product.
Delivering his keynote address, the chairman of the forum, Mr. Goose Wiggle, said that insurers should give their full support to the Annual Insurance Consumers Forum if they want to remain in business. In his goodwill message, President of the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, Sir Muftau Oyegule, said that insurance is as basic as working for a living.
Whether we like it or not, insurance is as basic as working for a living. It is one thing to work, it is another thing to make sure you enjoy the fruit of your labor. Enjoying the fruit of our labor is what insurance is all about. But I agree with my oga that said it's like serving a sweet or a tasteful soup in an hygienic environment. It is perfectly right that we need to up the game. And people like Faith is assisting, not in a small way, to make sure that we reach out to customers. From the point of the Institute, we do what we call sensitization program, which entails going around the states of the Federation, gathering people and talking to them, making them to appreciate what insurance is all about and why they should be part of it. It's like we are not doing enough. So surely we have to up the game.
There is no doubt that critical stakeholders in the insurance industry have continued to look at ways to increase insurance penetration, starting with awareness creation. These efforts sadly have not yielded the needed results, as insurance penetration and contributions to the nation's GDP has remained abysmally low compared to what obtains in other climes. Delivering the theme of the forum, the guest speaker, Dr. Sarafuddin Raji, stated that creating positive customers' experience requires insurers to engage with their customers to understand their expectations.
Listen to your customer. Develop a deep understanding of what matters to your customer by engaging with your customer to understand their expectation about their individual interactions and experiences. If you already survey your customer, think about other ways in which you can interact with the prospects, not just your customer, through avenues such as focus group, interviews, business planning meeting, social media monitoring, etc. Spend more time. Insurance companies should spend more time interacting more deeply with the customers. And this will be well worth an effort, and experience gathered and data gathered from such an engagement will assist seriously in understanding your customer better. Because it is because the customer exists, that is why the insurance company exists.
Discussing the paper, the discussant, Mr. Bode Opadokun, enjoyed operators to show sympathy at the point of claim.
It is not at the time of claim that insurance company should be talking about you didn't pay adequate premium, or you didn't cross your T, or you didn't dot your I's. When somebody experiences loss, that is the point at which you need to show sympathy, empathy, and see how you are going to relieve the stress of that person through the financial means. So every claim should be taken as an opportunity to sell more for our customers.
Some government agencies that have dealings with the enforcement of insurance also share their views at the forum.
The insurance practitioners need to step up the game, move out, let people be aware of the products and the services that you have, so that incidents of accidents and other things that we don't plan for. Most people, most people don't know that they can even be paying some little premiums for retirement, for their children's education and the rest of it. Most people are not aware. So, but from us in LASMA, our own is, once we arrest a vehicle, they'll give you the fine. So instead of you going to pay for insurance premium and they will take over the risk or the problem for you, you come and pay to LASMA. LASMA will give you a ticket because your vehicle papers are not up to date. LASMA will still now send it to Lagos State Drivers Institute because your papers are not up to date. So at the end of the day, you will find that it's not economical. You pay more. You are running away from paying little premium to the insurance company, but you will now get to the trap of LASMA or Federal Road Safety, and you end up paying more. So, but let the practitioners step up their game. Let them educate us more on the benefits of insurance.
In Nigeria, we take security above safety. In your house, you have burglary. Is it not so? At the entrance, you have 3 safety burglaries. You have the door, you have the burglaries, you have the net at the same time. And then we will now use our kitchen as our exit and entering. We will now lock the main door, the sitting room. I don't want children to come and dirty my house. But we need to tell ourselves the truth. We are too sentimental. We are too religious. I was carrying an extinguisher. Somebody asked me, what is this? I said, it's an extinguisher. He said, what did they use it for? I said, thank you, madam. I sat her down. We used to quench fire. Fire again. You know, over my dead body. Blood of Jesus. Blood. I say, madam, shut up. The church you are talking about, the mosque you are talking about, We used to go to fire, we used to fight fire there. Then what more your house that you are using all basic amenities. And you're telling me you will not see fire in Jesus' name. Are you not toiling with fire?
The regulators panel of the forum focused on the role of the regulator in creating positive customer experience. Panelists were Mr. Goose Wiggle, Sam Muftau Oyegule, Mr. Bode Okpadokun, and a host of others. Moderator was Dr. Adebayo Kolade, ED, Zigosys Nigeria Limited. In his remarks during the panel session, the chairman, Mr. Goose Wiggle, said that they have not been able to carry the public along.
One of the single biggest challenge we have in the insurance industry is that we have not been able to carry out enough enlightenment. There is so much that the regulator is actually doing. In fact, the first position of the regulator is to stand in the position of the customer. The regulator is to defend the policyholder. Even if an insurance company is going down, the first thing the regulator does is to ensure that every policyholder is protected, irrespective of the state of that insurance company. So for them, they stand strong for the customer.
The high point of the annual event is the open forum where customers vent about their experiences with the insurance industry.
I've been going to Lekki Standard Alliance Insurance Company for my indemnity since January, going there almost every month, and they'll be teasing me here and there. Up till now, sir, no kobo, no penny. Since 2001. Now, sir, how do you want me to see insurance company in Nigeria?
You brought a very, very serious issue which needed to be handled with all seriousness. It is very, very sad. Applicable is gone, but AICO is still a very strong insurance company. No doubt about it. Standard Alliance is still operating. After this, please, let's meet. We'll agree on how to go about it.
Nikon is recapitalizing the insurance company. I have a policy with them, any of those ones. And in the course of recapitalization, they now merged with another organization who might subsume their responsibility or anything. Then what happens to me? With all the processes of Nikon, I have my policy. So who do I go to? Because the name might be changed.
At the end of the forum, some of the communique reached were as follows. There is need for the insurance industry to continuously create awareness. Critical stakeholders should support morally and financially the ideas of the annual Insurance Consumers Forum. Insurance industry top management should be present at the annual forum to enable them to take appropriate actions on the concerns raised by the insuring public at the forum. All hands must be on deck in the drive to deepen insurance penetration in Nigeria. No doubt, the 2019 Insurance Consumers Forum was a huge success. The stage is now set for the 2020 edition, which promises to be bigger and better.
That's our time on the program this week. Many thanks for your company. Do keep a date with us, same time, same station next week for a fresh package. In the meantime, feel free as always to connect with us on all our social media platforms. Make sure to join us live on our flagship radio program, Wetin Insurance They Do Safe, on Nigeria FM 102.7 every Wednesday by 9:45 a.m. Call in and make your contributions. My name is Lucy Ulugbe. Until same time next week, from the entire team, it's goodbye.